Hello students, how are you? This is gonna be another class, online class on you based on the chapter 5. I'm gonna start it now. This is the legal aspects of business. This is the important chapter, and in the board question, one question must come from this chapter. This is gonna I'm just discussing some summary of this chapter, and I will give you the important questions. You have to write down all the answers of those questions. After opening the school, I will check it out, and if you face any problem, then you will knock me on the messenger. I will try to answer it as soon as possible. Okay, this is the chapter legal aspects of business. What is the legal aspects of business? That means the rules and regulation, those are needed to start up a business, to run up a business perfectly and properly. This is called legal aspects of business. Okay, legal aspects. What kind of legal aspects or what kind of legal documents you have to collect to start a business. You know already little about it, because you already studied the chapter 4. In that chapter we found out that all the legal documents based on the different ownership business. You know about the documents. I'll In this chapter you will know about it, just a summary of those documents. First one is license. In sole proprietorship business you have to collect the license. What is license? License is the one kind of approval you should take. Or you have to be registered your business to start up a start any kind of business. That means this is the approval to start any kind of business. You can say it also a registration. We already know about it. The license is the approval, and in sole proprietorship business you are not bound to collect the approval, but in city corporation, under the city corporation, you have to collect it from the city corporation office. In partnership business this is not mandatory, but if you want to collect it, you can collect it from the city corporation office or from the register office with the spare fixed amount of fees. And but registration of joint stock companies are different from the others. This is mandatory. You have to register your joint stock company. You know that you have to pay the fixed amount fees to the register, and collect the registration form and fill up it properly. Also you have to add the all the legal documents of your business with the form, and you have to submit to the register. After checking all the documents, checking all the information, register, if register find it it's okay, everything is okay, information that you have given are also right and correct, and then he or the register will give you the registration certificate. Registration certificate. After collecting registration certificate, private limited company can start a business, but in public limited company, you know that they cannot run the business. They have to collect the commencement certificate, the business commencement certificate, to start up the business. So this is the summary. And last another important topic, franchising. You know that this is the agreement between the reputed business firm with the reputed business firm. That means to use the name of a reputed business firm and making, selling and distributing its products is called franchising. You have that means is the agreement to use the brand name to make, selling and distributing the products of the branded company. This is called franchising. You can say Bandbox, Pizza Hut, KFC. Those are the important examples of franchising. The agreement, the major characteristics of franchising is there are two parties. That means franchisor and franchisee. Franchisor is the mother company, and franchisee is the children, supporting company, or you can say it as a franchisee. Franchisee means who is taking the brand name, using the brand name, and franchisor is the owner of the brand name. Deed of agreement must be here in the franchising agreement. Branded products or service monitoring by the franchisor to ensure the quality all the time. Those are the major characteristics. And franchise agreement, you know that the franchise agreement contains some issues. First one is franchisor has to pay a particular amount of fee. Franchisee must agree to invest required amount of investment. Both the parties shall have the objective to earn money. Both the parties main objective will be to earn money. Franchisor starts to earn from the day of the receiving fees. As per agreement, the franchisor may keep the right to place selection, infrastructure development, and ownership of these things to him. And last two are the business is not if the business is not satisfactory level or quality is not satisfactory level, then franchisor can turn off the or cancel the agreement. And the last one is franchisee can sell only those items which are acceptable to franchisor. That means franchisor can select the products which you can use in your country, or you can make in your country. So that means you can say it, all the power, all the rights are held up by the franchisor. Franchisee is just using the name, making the products and distributing it to collect the to earn money. Okay, in this para, above the intellectual properties, in this para, you can find out the advantage and disadvantage. The advantage is marketing of branded products, training of workers, getting business related advice from the franchisor, and having arrangement of financing facilities. Those are the advantages. And disadvantages are tight monitoring, probability of cancellation of agreement on breaching of any terms of clause, or large amount of investment. Those are the disadvantages. So this is the major things of the franchising. Now I'm going to give you the homework. You have to write down these answers to your copy, and obviously you have to study it. What is license? Explain it. What is franchising? Explain it. You will study it properly, because it can be for 1 mark or 2 mark. Then number third one is what is business commencement certificate, and last one is write down the characteristics of franchising. And those are the important short questions. Or for the knowledge based question, you can if these questions are appeared in your exam in both way, for 1 mark or 2 marks, so you have to study it. This is gonna be end of the lesson today. I will discuss another thing with the next class with you in the next class. So till then, bye bye.